No fake hand today.
Jake, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So, I mean, you've been around a few years now, so you've seen a few of these war on I-4 rivalries. What does a rivalry mean to you when you know you're getting ready to play South Florida?
It's just the whole history of everything. I mean, I got the luxury of being on the 2017 team when we won, and last year, and so we've been on a little bit of a streak. But there's so much history to this rivalry, and even going back to when the 2000s, early 2000s, and they were kicking our butts. So it's just I want to even up the series and kind of this one's for all the old players too that might have lost to these guys. They want to see us win.
Jake, is there a favorite memory for you for this series that kind of stands out to you?
It's got to be about everybody's, right? The 2017 kickoff return. That's got to be, I think, on the top of everybody's list. Yeah, that was just a crazy moment. I remember being on the sideline, going crazy, running up and down the sideline. It was almost surreal. It was like, oh, it would be really cool if he takes this back right now, and he did. So it was awesome.
Jake, with you being a senior this season, how much did you take pride in being a leader inside the locker room?
I think everybody took a lot of pride in it. It was a really tough year, I think, to lead, and it was a new year. It was a year that nobody else has had to lead in before. I think, like I said in my last interview on here, I reached out to Michael Kalubiali for some help, and just I've never been in this situation before. Nobody else has really been in this situation before, and I had to hold guys accountable when they're 1,000 miles away from me during the off season, and then even when we got here, it's not just about being accountable when we're in the building, but when this time we got to be accountable outside of the building too, and making sure that we stay safe and keep everybody healthy. So it was just a different year all around, and we had to lead in a lot of different ways, and I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the process, the struggles of it. It kind of made me a better leader in the long run.
Jake, what did you see? I mean, no USF's had a tough year, but what have you seen from those guys defensively? What sort of challenge did they present for you?
I just think their tempo on defense is the way they fly around. And they're fast, they're physical, they're always going to do that. I think that's a staple of their defense, but especially this year, even more than normal. They're really fast, they play hard, and that's going to be a great challenge for us.
Jake, with one game left on the schedule, maybe there's a bowl game too, but as you sort of wind down here in your college career, when someone says, tell me about your UC football career, what are some of the moments that immediately come to mind?
I think the 2018 championship game, I scored my first collegiate touchdown against Memphis, so that was awesome to have that. I enjoyed the Fiesta Bowl on that trip. I enjoyed the Stanford game, and hopefully I create some more memories next year. So.
Yeah, Jake, I was actually going to ask that because the senior day was last Saturday, and I noticed you did not walk. So how
Yeah.
you made a decision? Everyone can have another year to come back if they want it. Is that a year that you want?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to take it. Getting another year under the system with Golish, I think is going to be really beneficial for me. Also, we have a really young room. Gives me an opportunity to kind of leave a legacy with those guys, help them kind of figure out, how to get things done and the process of being a college football player. So if I can stay and pass that along to those guys and get another year under Coach Golish and grow, that sounds good to me. So.
What went into that decision? Who did you talk with? How much of an impact did Coach Golish have on that decision for you?
I got to talk to Golish and my parents, Coach Heupel a little bit, and I think everybody's conversation kind of went into my decision. Golish got the chance to, sit down with me and say his plans for next year and this off season, and what kind of work we're going to put in for my game, especially in the things that I need to work on. It was really exciting to hear that, and I don't think I'm ready to quite hang it up yet or move on. If I can keep playing, I'm going to try to exhaust every outlet I can. So that's my plan for now.
Jake, there's been a lot of talk about obviously McKenzie, maybe possibly coming back on Friday in Tampa. What would it mean for you guys to see him get back on the football field again?
It would be awesome just because of how hard he's worked even these past 2 years. We see it day in and day out. He's always the first one in the building and the last one to leave. He's always in the training room, always trying to get better. I think it would just be good for him, the fans, everybody really. It'd be a good moment because, that's where it happened 2 years ago. So I think it'd be really cool if we got to see him out there. But, again, if the time is right and the situation is right in the game, who knows? But it's just the only reason that we're even having this conversation is just because of the way that he worked the past 2 years to put himself in this position. So. Well, in our room especially, we have two pretty much UCF historians in the Holler brothers. They grew up in the local area, big fans of the program. I know I'm pretty sure most of you guys saw Max on the Twitter on ESPN back in the 0-12 year. But so yeah, we got a little bit of the history from them. We kind of have a little joke in the tight end room right now when we break it down. We're doing it for Max because his hatred runs deep. So they've given us a little history lesson, and it's been nice.
Thanks, Jake.
No problem. Thank you guys. Have a good day.